Now, we all know that pleasure can become pain when taken a little too far. With regard to horror entertainment, is there even a right way to mess with your mind? This is a public service announcement brought to you by the Grim Exchange. Today's lifestyle of working long hours in front of a bright screen with little exercise and lacking sleep patterns makes it even more important to be mindful of your need for relaxation. Bear in mind that a good horror movie will put your body in a prolonged state of arousal. When you get scared, your stress hormone levels spike. Additionally, staring at screens for hours in a dark room makes it more difficult to fall asleep. Better keep that circadian rhythm intact. Rule number 1: prioritize sleep. Now that we've set the basic condition, what's the right way to choose a horror movie? Your way, of course. Self regulation is the ability to understand and manage your behavior, especially your emotional reactions. It helps you calm down after upsetting events and increases your focus during important tasks. So feel free to shop around the vast and diverse section of horror movies to develop your unique taste. When you're suffering from an anxiety disorder, your overall sensitivity to the bodily sensations of fear may be increased. If you worry about intrusive thoughts or nightmares, skip horror night and opt for something that fits your current mood. During pregnancy, you might avoid subjecting your tiny tenant to a rude awakening from their slumber. Rule number 2: customize your scare. That said, do you have a horror buddy? Movie night is the perfect opportunity to practice co-regulation. It's an interpersonal instinct during which one nervous system calms the other, producing a feedback loop that is soothing for both. For all you couples out there, it's cuddle time. Though lessened, the process of co-regulation also works remotely, for example, during a watch party with your besties. Rule number 3: buddy up. Now that you've decided to team up with fellow horror connoisseurs, the next step is to compromise on the title. Especially for young horror fans, it's important to resist peer pressure. Don't ever subject yourself to discomfort because others want to watch something you find upsetting. And if you suddenly realize that a certain scene is too much for you to stomach in that moment, reject that mean little inner voice belittling you for being scared. Rule number 4: no fear shaming. Checking movie posters, teasers, trailers, or reviews helps find a good fit for the whole group. Here at the Grim Exchange, we're usually used to cautioning against them, but when it comes to responsible horror watching, we advocate rule number 5: respect necessary spoilers. And finally, you're the one who knows yourself best. What horror movies do you want to watch? What are you willing to watch for the sake of company? And what won't entertain you? For certain professional groups, such as firefighters, medical staff, soldiers, and everyone else coping with their fair share of atrocious real-life experiences, trigger management is essential. Generally, the nature of trauma being stored in body memory involves the risk of inadvertently dredging up repressed traumatic memories with scary movies. To a lesser extent, you may find that personal lifestyle changes, like founding a family, changes your preferences as well. Parenthood naturally increases empathy, so you'll be especially sensitive when confronted with content that exploits vulnerability as a plot device. Speaking of children, the little ones haven't developed their ability to self-regulate yet and rely heavily on co-regulation with a competent adult. Parental guidance is indeed advised. Rule number 6: set boundaries. And those are our rules of responsible horror watching. If you feel we're missing something, share it with us. If you've had a bad experience watching a film and now wish you had known better then, we're all ears. But most importantly, share these rules and your stories so it doesn't happen again.